Shalom, call halal, Yahweh Shemi Al Shabbat, Shemakakadash, double honor, the elder apostles and elder bishops, great millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. From the brother Eller, Yashawan, Shalom and salutations to you all. Happy Hanukkah. All right, and I was trying real hard not to do a Tucker video, but I was the spirit kind of grabbed me, put one arm behind my back like they do, and said, "No, you're gonna do this." And I'm like, "Okay." And then the spirit said, "And you're gonna get this. You're gonna get the spirit." It said, "Spirit expressly, the spirit speaketh expressly." That's what I was being given, and I can see that. Speaking on my own behalf. Call halal Yahweh Shemi Shabbat. I'm speaking on my own behalf that I getting in tune with what we call being in the spirit, or the spirit dealing with you, or when the spirit says to do something. I'm better at hearing that and adhering to that, if that means anything. Anyway, so 1 Timothy 4:1, if that means anything. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter time some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. This goes straight into what we're dealing with as far as, for example, the theme of the new year. I'm not quite sure what they call it, the motto, the spirit of the new year, whatever it's called, which is the year of the apostate, or the year of apostasy, right? And so this is what the spirit, just before I'm like, oh, I'm not going to make a Tucker video. I'm not going to, and I was fighting it all the way through. And the first couple of videos that I saw were about Tucker, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll mention him and then try to go the other way. And then before I know it, I'm like, well, just do what the Spirit tells you to do, which is this. Read 1 Timothy. Let's read it up here. The Spirit clearly says, it's 1 Timothy 4:1 in the NIV. The Spirit clearly says that in the latter times, which is now, some will abandon the faith and follow deceiving spirit and things taught by demons. So the demons would be Haka, Hassad the Hamite, and specifically the demon Alazar. Okay, this is talking clearly about them, right? And them see, a lot of people are getting a resurgence. Oh yeah, you got people like ISUPK and even IUIC, right? Speaking to Guerrilla Hebrew and validating him at any level, you understand, and not rebuking the shit out of him and completely dismissing him out of hand. Oh, but the Israelite community, and he's still valid. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about over here? There's right and there's wrong. Which side do you stand on? Clearly it's wrong. If you're not rebuking this nigga in the gate, then you're standing on the side of wrong. Anyway, this is where things are going. In the spirit, anyway, this speaks of the spirit of the new year. Okay? Now, just this. Tucker, right? This is the elder apostle. The first thing that goes is the name of the Most High and His Son when someone falls out, when these apostates, right? We just read about them right here. Okay, so now, what's going on? This is about Tucker, right? Well, what is this apostate thing about? We have to put those two things together. Now, we're dealing with Tucker. This is Tucker 5. Okay, I said I was going to post the Elder Apostles video, and I didn't. Somehow the Spirit intercepted that. So this is number 5. Tucker is the devil, number 5. See, he's just everywhere. Tucker's everywhere. What is he doing? This is part of the overall plan. What else is part of the overall plan that Tucker went away with when he left the camp? Well, we got to go back there. I made this video. That's me singing, that's me playing. And I put that thing together. Right? And that's all that is. I took the Elder Apostles video, or whoever put that video up. Then I added my own thing in there, and this is what happened in the Spirit. I'm going to play it from here, right? This is what happened, and I'm going to play it to where I need it to be, okay, right here. I'm going to block it. Okay, that's what I need right there. What I need is that transition. You see him right there? Okay, now it starts out, he's shaking hand with the Elder Apostle, and then boom! This happened in the Spirit. Now, did I try to do that? Did I edit it like that? Yeah, of course I did. I said, oh, that's a good spot to do this transition where right here, okay, this is who? Tucker, shaking hands with the Elder Apostle. And there, here you have, simultaneous, you have this guy bowing down. Who's that? The devil. What is this? Let's get a precept right here. You ain't bringing it up. Appreciate it, folk. Well, here, let's get a precept. You know where I'm going? We're here. Right here. This is Sirach 12 and 12 and 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching. What do we see? Humbling, crouching. Humbling and bowing, crouching, bending. And you know this fool is doing what? So first of all, they're working together. They both came down to the camp. Why did they go down? Because they were sent to the camp. Who's running the show? What we're going to see right now, what did this guy go back and do? He went back and said, okay, we need you. You ready? What did this guy just do recently? Who gave him a new installed battery? What was his marching orders? It's a new day, gentlemen. It's a new day, gentlemen. What happened? Apostates came out. It's a new day, remember that? It's a new day, gentlemen. See how all of this is linked together? It all comes through him. He's running. It's a new day, gentlemen. What does that mean? It's a new day, gentlemen. What does that mean? That means that he fed him the plan, which he'd been working on the plan. What was that? To turn us into what? What happened to Fresh and Fit? What happened to Myron? Your black ass. What is he? Okay, I said this early. Go look at Tucker 3, look at Tucker 4. And I said that they're going to use them Somalis. Your black ass can't get at a turning point, Somali. Why are they using the Somali? Because they're Islam. Because they're Islam. They're using the Somalis to connect to who? Who's doing this? The Somalis are what? Anti-Semitic. Why? Because they're Islamic. They're anti-Semitic because they're Islamic. They're anti-Semitic. Who else is anti-Semitic? Tucker is, because it's his plan. Why is Tucker suddenly breaking ranks with who's paying him? Who's paying him? See, here's where it falls apart. We know Tucker's the point. So when they try to, well, Tucker's suddenly anti-Semitic. No, he's not. How is it? Who's paying Tucker? Who sent Tucker down? Who sent Tucker? Who sent this guy? Where's the money coming? Who's getting the money? Who collects the money? How do we prove that? The least of the flock is in charge. Who sent Tucker? Is Tucker running his own? Does Tucker hate Beebe? Or did Beebe send Tucker because Tucker got his bag from where? See, there came a time when Tucker took off that bow tie. Right before this, right before what you see here, Tucker had on a bow tie. He was doing his thing. And then somebody took him and said, look, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go through a humiliation ritual. We're going to fire you in front of everybody. That was just before what you see right here. We're going to fire you in front of everybody. You're going to take off the bow tie. You're going to have second thoughts about what you were doing, which was so racist. Right? If you understand what happened before this. Then he went down to the camp because that whole taking off the tie, I'm not racist no more, was part of his act that he's doing right now. Eventually the act was going to get to, now he's the anti-Semite. Now he's going against Beebe. No, he's not going against Beebe because Beebe is the one who sent him to the prophets. Why? Because Beebe is the Chaldean. Beebe works. Beebe's the mouthpiece of the Chaldean. The elder apostle Tahar is the mouthpiece of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Who's the mouthpiece for the devil right now? Beebe is. Beebe is running the show, not Donald Trump. Beebe. Donald Trump is not the small hat. The small hat is above the least of the flock is above the other Edomites. Who's running the show? Not this guy. He's not a small hat. That's what this conversation was about. Okay? Small hats are running these guys. Understand that. So let's get that. Let's prove some things real quick. This is about Tucker. We're going to play a video. Just see what he's doing. Let's get... teachings that come from demons. It says, they will follow deceptive spirits and teachings that come from demons. What teachings? Talmudic teachings. They will follow deceptive spirits. Who's got that Talmud? What does the Talmud say? What are Hassad and Hakah? What are they doing? They're doing the bidding of the devil. Their father, the devil, right? Setting us up to be murdered. That's what they're doing for that bag, okay? They're teaching contrary to what they were taught. You understand? So, this nigga is just completely crouching. I was going somewhere, I forgot where I was going. Anyway, I was going to Isaiah 14. Let's get that real quick. I got to establish Lucifer. Isaiah 14. Right? Where's that? Is it here or is it in Luke? Oh, fall from heaven as lightning. What is this? This is it, right? Okay, here it is right there. Who is this talking about? Who's got the knowledge right now? Well, whoever's trying to be us has to know who we are. They're trying to be us, right? This is Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, how art thou fallen? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the weakest, which didst weaken the nation Salakia. Okay, so this is talking about the Amalekites. Who's the Lucifer? Who's got the knowledge? The Amalekites. So there's Bibi right there running the show on behalf of his, Smotrich all the way up in there. I don't know who's on top. Ben Gavir, Smotrich. I don't know what order they come in as far as hierarchy, but the people above them are a bunch of Polish. Okay, so anyway, point being made, that's a bunch of Edomites. Okay? You understand? There's a bunch of Edomites over there. So, who sent Tucker? They sent him on a mission to make us what? To make us Islam. What are Somalis? They're Islam. Right now, they're attacking Somalis with Ted Turner, with the 3 privately owned media giants. What are they doing with? They're making Somali the boogeyman. Why? Because they're Islam and they look like niggas. Look at Candace Owens, looks like a Somali. Okay? Candace is the boogeyman. She's anti-Shemitic. Tucker's anti-Shemitic. Everybody up there suddenly is anti-Shemitic. Why is he against Bibi? He's not. This is part of his plan. Right now they're making a distinction between Islam and Zionism is what you're not understanding. Zionism is connected to what they call the Jews. Sleight of hand. Okay? This is about Zionism. When you go to Pike Massini, what is it about? It's not about the Jews. It's about Zionism. Whereas Zionism, this is Zionism. Understand? They're running the shit. Trying to bring it in, bring the phoenix from the ashes. That's what this thing is. But it didn't work. Okay? This is them failing at trying to dismantle the old way. Third industrial revolution going into the 4th. This is what they're trying to do while thumbing their nose at Yahweh Shem Yahushua, knowing that their time is up. Yeah, we'll just figure out a carnal way to be you. No, it doesn't work like that. Right here, you fell. It didn't work. You failed. Okay? Right here. Boom. All right? Not gonna look good. So, nigga, you look at you. You down there and you got in that garbage can and Billy Ray Valentine is over there sipping on a goddamn margarita on the beach. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, that's who that is anyway. If you got to know the story. So, what is Tucker up to? All right? These things are connected, look. This dude. It's a new day, gentlemen. What does that mean? That means I bought off of the 2 magpies, right? And now I'm going to up the ante. Now I'm going to really cause some confusion while we're coming to get you guys around the back end. That's the plan. Look at this. See him crouching? Look at this guy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Why are you involved in everything fucking walking? What is this? What's this? Watch Tucker, 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 and Tucker, Tucker, and Tucker, and Tucker, and Tucker, and Tucker.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Turning Point did a smart thing. They're not allowing Muslims into their conference.
Why are they pushing it? This is a small hat looking like a diabolical. When they draw those cartoons of the devil with that big old nose, and they're looking just like this dude right here. Watch this dude. When they draw that up.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Turning Point did a smart thing. They're not allowing Muslims into their conference.
He's not being allowed in. He's calling nobody because no one's gonna help.
Yeah.
This is how they talk about niggas.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Turning Point did a smart thing.
That dude. Okay. Turning Point did a smart thing. What? Who is Turning Point? Who's paying Turning Point? There's this thing, right? Go Max. What is this? Go Max. Charlie said right before they killed Charlie, he said to Tucker, go Max. What was Tucker doing? Tucker was going to say bad things about what was going on in Gaza. What is it? It's all part of that plan. You got to go here. What's going on? Well, Tucker, they went back from here, devised a plan. Part of that plan is, it's a new day, gentlemen. And then release the magpies. Part of Tucker's plan is, it's a new day, gentlemen. Release the magpies. We're at that point in Tucker's plan. The other part of Tucker's plan is, Tucker's going to suddenly rise to the top of media again. Nobody's going to touch him. Right? Everybody else can go down. Nick the Nazi, everybody else is going to be insignificant. Tucker is somehow just going to slither his way all the way to the top unscathed. Why? Because Bibi put him there. So, he's against the small. He's not against no small hats. He's not against the plan. He's playing his role as the antagonist. He's the point man. Why is it him? Where's he at? He's in the middle of this whole damn thing. The Spirit of the Lord is telling us that. So when he goes, suddenly he's the biggest anti-Jew, and he determines who's anti-Jewish and not. And he, right, at the same time they're pointing at Islam, they're saying that somehow this guy is anti. He's going to inflame he's going to make it, because of his power, he's going to put anti-Semitism on the fucking ticket. He's going to make it so, well, we got to make some laws because this guy right here has too much power and we have to make him the problem and we got to take him down in front of everybody. Why? Because he's being what? Anti-Semitic. And who else is born like that? Anybody that's Islamic. That's Myron. That's Candace. That's Ye, because they're all a bunch of niggers. That's the plan. What has he been trying to do? Make us Islamic. Part of the plan. What does Nate do? Part of the plan. They're making us Islamic. Myron from Fresh and Fit gets kicked out of what? BB. They're making niggas or Islam. They're connecting Islam through the Somalians to who? Ye, who loves Hitler. Candace, who's a bigger anti-Semite right now than Tucker. How is Tucker suddenly gonna become the biggest anti-Semite and Candace at the same time? She's connected to Ye. Watch what's going on.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Turning Point did a smart thing. They're not allowing Muslims into their conference.
He's not being allowed in. He's calling nobody because no one's going to help him.
Yeah, that's fake news, as of course the religious bait, as well as the division within the right-wing movement, is pretty high amongst the Muslims. The Jays, as Tucker Carlson has now been named the person who hates the Jays the most, which is ridiculous. It is stupid. Glenn Greenwald.
It's not stupid when it's part of the plan. What are we watching? Foment here. We're watching this. What was his agenda? Well, we got to make him Islamic. Suddenly, he's the biggest Jew hater, and they're kicking out Islam. Who are they coming after? Who is he coming after? Same as who he's coming after. It's all his plan. This guy came about right after he did that. Right after he came out to the camp, this guy showed up. When did he come about? 14, 15? This happened in 13. This guy came about 14, 15, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not that, Salakia. Look at Tucker. Tucker went from I ain't got no job, I'm out on the street, and suddenly I accidentally walked into the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, and now, here I am now.
Is the most.
Wait. Tucker's the what? Tucker don't know who the devil is. He don't know who the Edomites are. And Tucker don't know suddenly. Tucker don't know everything that he went through, and he forgot everything that he learned. But suddenly he's at the top of media again, and he's what? Stop anti-what has named Tucker anti-what? Where is this going? And this guy's the point, man. Where's this going? Suddenly he's named. He's rising up the ranks. Not this guy. This same guy. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's all this handshaking and bowing and crouching. Right? Though he humble himself and go crouching. Okay? This nigga's crouching right here. This is crouching. Okay? You can't see through this. This guy, who is he working for? He's not against BB. Go back to Pike Massini. Is it still here? Right here. Look at this. Political Zionist. There's a Chaldean. There's this is this. 14. Lucifer. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Wait a minute. Right here. O son of the morning. This is who's paying. Bibi Netanyahu is paying Tucker Carlson. Starting this war. Doing what? Why are they doing this? Why is this the plan? This is what we see Tucker doing. Tucker's doing this. Why? Because they put him up to it. This is the plan. Okay? We see them doing this. Why? Because they're coming back around the backside. Where'd it go? Offender forward. Offender forward shows you who they're coming for. It's us. Okay? The word is anti-Semitic. Suddenly Tucker determines who is and who's not anti-Semitic. That's peculiar, isn't it? Especially when he went down and had a consultation about the whole endeavor. He knows who the Semites. Oh, we're the Semites. We told him. So now he's out to do what? Be the anointed covered, the cherub that covers, to cover up the truth. Right? You're turning of things upside down. You have but a short season to go out and do what? What is their job to do? These niggas got a job to do. To deceive the nations until the 1,000 years. So that's is that Rev 20 or 18? Rev 20. Let's see, 20 and 4, right? What am I looking for? Till the 1,000 years be fulfilled. Was it right there? Salakia. He was right there. I'm tired. Salakia. That's let me just get it. That's 3. Revelation 21, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. It was Yahushua. He laid hold on the dragon, the whole serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him in the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. Why? What is his job? That he should do what? His job. Deceive the nations. And then after that, and then jump down to 7, if the Spirit is dealing with you. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall do what? Loosed. You're going to let him go to do what? His job. And shall go out to do what? Deceive the nations. So, what is Tucker going out to do? He got his marching orders. I'm going to go back and we're going to come up with a plan, right? Their false testament. We're going to come up with a snare, with a trap. For who? For the prophets of the Lord. They're going to get their trick together. That's what you're never going to see me again, and we're going to act like this didn't happen, and I don't know anything, and when you see me again next, I'm going to be slithering and acting and contorting my body and making it look very real, but the whole while, you know what I'm doing, right? I'm doing this right here. I'm laying a snare for you. You're right here in the gate. I'm with you. Right? Then we're going to try to put you in court and lie and try to get you. Okay? So, I know I haven't let this play. This is just, look at this. Where is this going? All right? What are they going to do with Tucker? What is BB going to do? If Tucker's coming against BB, what does BB do to his political opponents? Ask them Arabs about the cell phones and the pagers and shit. What's going to happen to Tucker? Are they going to Charlie Kirk him? Who has anything to do with Charlie Kirk's death? Is BB involved? Ask Candace if BB is involved in that at all. What is he doing? So we should slated to be seeing Tucker get Charlie Kirk, right? That's not going to happen. And if it does, it's part of a greater plan. Why? Because it's their plan. Have we showed that it's BB enough times? Have we showed that? Did I get down here? Yeah. Okay, he's a deceiver. Yeah, we got deception in there. Oh boy, so hard. This guy just ain't suddenly becoming who he is without this uh, the heart is deep. Back to that plot. Psalm 64 and 6. See how this is a crime what they're coming again. They're coming to kill us, really. They devise injustice. They search out injustice. They accomplish a diligent search. Okay, that's how we know it. They plot injustice and say we have devised a perfect plan. Okay? So they have thought, you think that they didn't go back? This is the most important thing in the universe. They didn't take this information back to the drawing board and come up with what we're looking at right now. That's what this is. This is the plan. Okay? The plan is that they're going to do an end run on the back of the men of the Lord, like the scriptures are telling you, and make us into anti-Semites. That's the word. How? They're coming through Myron, the Hamites. Well, the Hamites are Islamic. These niggas out here with fringes on, they're Islamic. That's what Vocab Malone been doing from day one. And they started it with Nate and his 501c3.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Turning Point did a smart thing. They're not allowing Muslims into their conference.
He's not being allowed in. He's calling nobody because no one's going to help him.
Yeah, that's fake news, as of course the religious bait, as well as the division within the right-wing movement, is pretty high amongst the Muslims, the Jays, as Tucker Carlson has now been named the person who hates the Jays the most, which is ridiculous. It is stupid. Glenn Greenwald.
Who has the power to do that? Well, we decided, nigga, who is we? And how do we noise that abroad on the media that two niggas own? Two niggas with a small hat on their head.
Very interesting take on all of this, as he has the tea about this, quote, prominent J organization that isn't as prominent and has some questionable past
niggas
ties
saying
here
J.
as...
Got niggas saying, white niggas saying J, the J's, the small hats. Shit. That shit is not exclusive to us.
A lot of the same kind of talking points were echoed by Mr. Ben Shapiro, that pretty much said the same thing about Tucker Carlson at this year's TPUSA event, an event that I was at. I actually did a live reaction to Ben Shapiro's speech on our second channel. Go watch that video, because it really is indicative of these targeted type of...
And Tucker's speech was life-changing, is what they're saying. Tucker's speech at TPUSA, which is a racist organization where they were just out pushing straight fucking I hate nigger racism. But Tucker and the presidents of the United States and everybody else with any power is coming through the racist organization TPUSA, and now they're determining who is and who's not an anti-Semite. How does that work? Who are they coming after? And who gave them any power to say any of these things? Right?
orchestrated, organized attacks that have been trying to destroy and deplatform Tucker Carlson for a very...
This is the plan. They're not deprogramming, deplatforming anything that they don't want on that fucking television in that media. They don't want you saying what Charlie Kirk was saying. What will they do to you? Ask him. Ask Charlie. What will they do? Ask JFK. What will they do? If what we saw was that, is the nigga still alive? Is there a deeper psyop going on? Never trust your enemy.
long time, as this is an ongoing battle, and the more that they try to cancel Tucker, the more Tucker answers back and says, you know what? I'm going to lean into it even that much more.
Not if your name is Charlie Kirk. You get away with it if you're written into the script to be able to say that and not get Charlie Kirk. Kind of like what Candace is doing right now. Shouldn't Candace be Charlie Kirk right now? If Charlie was offed like what we think we saw, and that's what mother baby's doing to motherfuckers that step out on it. How is Candace able to say any of the things that she's saying? And how is Tucker walking into the lion's den? If they don't want you there, why? How are you there? Oh, we don't want Tucker. Well, go Max. What? Charlie said go Max. Charlie said go Max on his own. What? That's why they killed him, because go Max. So here comes Tucker to go Max. When do they Charlie Kirk Tucker? Are they setting up for that? When do they Charlie Kirk Candace? Are they setting up for that? What is the so-called right doing that the left ain't doing? You're all two wings of the same bird. You're not fooling nobody. So what is this fucking act? The whole thing is about where they're doing an in run on the men of the Lord. It's all a distraction and some bullshit as they concoct these laws talking about anti-Semitism while we're the target, and we've proven it. I'm going to continue to prove it every time there's a Tucker is the devil. All we're watching is this motherfucker do his good shepherd CIA bad acting. We see right through the motherfucking devil routine. We see you, dude. And you know it that you have but a short time. We see you from the top down, dude. All right, anyway, shalom to the 11.